Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a pick a pile reading all about the messages that our guides are trying to give to us at this time, okay? So we do have two piles here. Now before we get started, it is helpful that if you are looking for a specific sign or you're looking for confirmation that this is the reading that you're supposed to be on or the pile that you need to choose, it is helpful that you tap into your own intuition and set the intention that you will see, hear, or experience whatever it is that you need to experience in order to receive confirmation from your guides as well as spirit that this is the pile or the reading that you're meant to be on. I do want to say that did come out in a reading, one of these piles as well, about trusting your intuition. So I would definitely say trusting your intuition is going to be key to making sure that you get the messages that are meant for you. So one of the ways that I like to tap into my own intuition is one of two things, right? One is I either like to go outside and put my feet in the grass, or so I can do a little bit of both. I will also sit down, take some mindful deep breaths and just connect with the breath and tap into my own intuition. And I usually inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and then exhale for 6 seconds. This just helps me really tap into my own intuition and get the messages that are exactly meant for me in the reading or the pile that I choose, okay? So we will go ahead and move to the piles. Now I do want to say this is pile number 1, which is the yellow pin, and then pile number 2, which is the red pin. So please feel free to check the description box below for the timestamps, and I will see you in your pile. Bye. Hello, if you chose the yellow pin, then this is pile number 1. So yellow to me always symbolizes life. It symbolizes growth. It symbolizes the sun. So maybe your guardian angels are trying to get you to lighten up a little bit, to have a little bit more fun in your life, to tell you that things are about to change, things are about to improve, but in a good way. Okay, so let's see what your cards is, and then we'll pull some more cards and see what messages your angels have for you at this time. Wow. We have summer. It says bask in joy and light. Okay, so for some of you, a lot may be taking place for you during the summertime. This may be when things may change, when things may grow. And I just want to say this because I think it's so important. I did not see this card. I shuffled it and it literally fell face down. So for you to get summer and for you to have the yellow, synchronicity. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So for some of you, you may be going through a lot right now and you're wondering when the clouds are going to move and the sun is going to come out. Spirit is saying this is going to happen for you very soon. For some of you, a lot is going to change for you during the summertime. You may be going through a lot of transitions right now. You may be going through a transformative period, and a lot of joy and light is going to happen for you in the summer. So I don't know if you are moving. I don't know if you may meet the love of your life during the summertime. You may get the job of your dreams during the summertime, but something is going to happen for you during the summertime, and it is going to revitalize you and rejuvenate you. For some of you, you're going to be getting work in the summertime because honeybees always make me think of like working. You may get into making your own like plant-based products, I'm hearing, because I'm specifically hearing honey. So you may make your own plant-based products, and that may be something that may start making you some more income. Some of you may be working for yourself. You may be leaving a job that you've had for quite some time and to work by yourself or for yourself. I do want to try and read this one from the book just to see if there's any additional information that I am not getting. I would also say for some of you, if you have been going through a period of transformation and you've been making it work, okay? There have been places where you could have gotten out of pocket and you didn't. You're going to be rewarded for that. It says, okay, so the message for this card says, rise up, open your wings and shine. Bring your projects and plans out into the light, into manifestation. Yes, some of you, there's some plans that you've been working on and they're going to come into fruition during the summer. It says summer has always been recognized as a time for joy, for going on adventures and making memories. Flowers are in full bloom. Animals are enjoying freedom of the wild summer days, nights, and people are taking holidays, basking in the sunshine and being lifted energetically by the light and the warmth. Okay. This is a perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yes, like I said, something that you have been planning on is really going to start to take flight. Some of you, you've been working all through the winter months, so to speak. And this doesn't have to be physical winter, but some of you, you've been working through the winter months, and now you're coming into your season of summer where you can laugh and play and enjoy life, okay? It says, light has come to banish the darkness. Clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestors, guides, are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There is a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what is coming to you, and as it is inspiration directly from the divine. What did I say? That there may be some new ideas come to you. You may want to start your own business, and now would be definitely the time to do it. It says, when the summer cards arrives in the future position of a spread or as the last card in the reading, it can only indicate that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to your question of intentions. Yes, like, to me, that's just confirmation, right? That things are going to work out. Things are going to pan out for you. If you've been wondering if things are going to get better, they are. No need to wonder anymore. Spirit is giving you confirmation now at this point. Your ancestors, your guides are saying things are about to turn around, right? You've been going through a period of unrest. You've been going through a period where you didn't know how things were going to turn out, but you've been persevering. You've just been going through it. Your ancestors are coming through to say that the message that we have for you is that things are about to get better. But when they do, this is very specific, okay? When it gets better, okay, enjoy it. Okay, you've been going through a spell of just like, you may also be one of those people who don't really know how to celebrate your wins, and your spirit guides are saying celebrate your wins, celebrate when things happen for you good, because don't sit there waiting for the other shoe to drop. The reason why this is happening for you now is because it's meant to happen for you. You're meant to bask in the joy, in the light, in the beautifulness of everything that you've created. For some of you, you're going to get all of these great new ideas and you're going to second guess yourself. Your spirit guides are coming through to say, do not second guess yourself. Bask in the joy, bask in the light, bask in all of this information and this creativity that's coming to you, because now is the time. Okay, let's get you some cards from the Green Witches Oracle deck. Ancestors, guides, spirit guides, any other additional messages can we get for pile number 1, please? What are your guides trying to tell you? What are some messages your guides are trying to tell you right now? Okay, if I can get it up. We have watering can asking for help, sharing burdens. Yes, for some of you, you've already done this. You've asked spirit for help and now it's coming in. You've asked, like I mentioned before, you may have not had a job for a while and you've been asking to have a job, and that job is coming in for you, and it's coming during the summertime. It could be that you applied for a couple of jobs and it didn't work out, and you're like, oh my God, I've been praying, and your dream job is going to come in during the summer, right? And it's going to feel almost unbelievable, because it's going to be as easy as breathing, and you're not going to know how to take it. Then we have meant, look at that, abundance, persistence, proliferation. And then you have I cannot make this shit up. You have summer, expansion, growth. You have summer twice. You have it twice in your reading. So something is definitely going to take off for you in summer for sure. And then you have rosemary. It says remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. Spirit is, okay, I want to say this. Spirit is saying they're rewarding you for your loyalty and faithfulness to spirit, to the path that you've been on. It has been hard. It has not been the easiest path to go down. You've been wondering if your prayers have been heard, if spirit is actually listening to you when you talk, and spirit is saying we are more than listening, right? So of course, your first card is watering can. I want you to notice how you have a bee here, but you also have a bee here. So some of the signs that this may be coming to pass for you, or that this is starting to take place, because your summer may not be the June 1st or May 25th. That may not be your summer. Your summer may be happening right now. So pay attention to signs of honeybees as well as sunflowers. But you have watering canisters asking for help, sharing burdens. Spirit is saying that we are going to share the burden with you. You've been asking for help. That help is about to come in. Do not, I repeat, do not balk at this help. It may not come in the exact package that you wanted it to. So let's say you want this particular job and you find it, but it's in a different location and you have to relocate, right? Spirit is almost like Spirit saying, do you really want the job? Like, is this really your dream job, right? Or you meet your dream partner, but they live in Italy and you have to relocate to Italy. Spirit is saying, do you want this, right? So it may not necessarily come in the package that you want it to come in, but Spirit is saying that we're sharing the burdens. I also am hearing the grass is green where you water it. I don't know if who needs to hear that, but Spirit is saying you already have the entrepreneurship in you. You already have the great idea, but you won't water that great idea. You won't put any love, or you won't speak to this great idea that you have. The grass is greener where you water it. You're waiting for something else to come through, and Spirit is saying we gave you the playbook. We gave you the manual. We just need you to use it. Some of you are already in your phase of summer where you can start producing things, where you can start reaping the benefits, but you have to be willing to water your own grass. Okay. For others of you, this could be a message about you being willing to help every Tom, Dick, and Harry, but you don't help yourself, right? You're ready to help Sally. You're ready to help Molly. You're ready to help Janika, but you won't help you. And Spirit is saying we need you to water your own grass, okay? And then your second card is meant abundant, persistence, proliferation. Spirit is saying that so much abundance is going to come to you during the summer. This doesn't have to be material gain, but for some of you, this is. I also want to point out there is a fish here. So if you are not looking to get pregnant, hey, have them wrap it up, okay? Because there's a chance. If you are, now, if this is something that you want to have a baby, Spirit is saying that you will be able to do that. You'll be able to conceive during the summer. And I just saw 1010. You will be able to conceive during the summer. For some of you, you had to go through some type of karmic cycle. And for me to see 1010, it means that you're coming to the end of that cycle, right? You're coming to the very end, and now you're moving into abundance. For others of you, this 1010 that I saw along with this abundance card is just confirmation that you've gone through the winter months. You've gone through the planning. You've gone through the preparation. And it is now time to reap the benefits of everything, all of the seeds that you have sown, all of the things that you've planted. It is now going to come to fruition. Okay. And then we have summer. You got summer here twice. So for some of you, this is the actual physical summer month. So think like mid-May, well, depending on where you live, right? I live in the South. So summer really starts for us like the beginning, the first to second week in May, and it kind of goes all the way into September. We get like a really quick fall, where I say. So for others of you, it could just be the traditional 3 months in the summer. But for some of you, you are really stepping into expansion, into growth, and a lot of it is going to happen for you during the summer months. You may be able to go on a vacation for the first time this summer. You may be able to do some things with your family for the first time this summer, but Spirit is saying that expansion and growth is coming for you in the summer months. Okay. And then your bottom deck energy is rosemary. So it says remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. Like I said, Spirit is rewarding you for your faithfulness. Your angels and your spirit guides are coming through to say that you've been rewarded, that summer is coming, right? You've been going through a lot, and your spirit guides are saying, just hang on. It's almost over, right? It is almost coming to an end. We just need you to hang on a little bit more. Now, I do want to pull some of these Wild Mystic Oracle decks just to see if there are any specific animals outside of the bee that is coming through for you. So these may be animals that may be like your totem animal. It may be like a guide that may come through for you during this time, or you may start to see this animal a lot more, or hear the name of the animal prior to this coming in, or when it's starting to come in. Okay, Spirit, can we get 2 cards from the Wild Mystical Oracle deck, please? Okay, we have courage, so there's a lion here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And then we have, I believe this is like Pisces. It has determination, but there are fish here. So listen, what did I say? If you don't want to get pregnant, wrap it up, because you have fish here twice. Okay. For some of you, this is something that you've wanted, and Spirit is giving you confirmation that this is definitely coming. Y'all are not going to believe this. Okay. Hold on. Let me get through. Spirit is saying that you've had courage throughout this entire season that you've gone through, and your courage is finally being rewarded. And then you have determination. And it's crazy that lions are coming out for me, because I was actually thinking, I was actually thinking about writing a romance novel, because we have wolves and we have bears and we have dragons, and I wanted to write one about a lion. So for that to come through, that's confirmation for me personally. But Spirit is saying that you've had determination and courage, and that's going to pay off. Now look at your bottom deck. Look at your bottom deck. Look at your bottom deck. It's not a honeybee. You've had it 3 times. Well, actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times you've had the honeybee. Listen, some of you, like I said, you've gone through this place of rest. This could be for those of you that don't have a job, or you have a job and you're about to lose this job. And I don't mean like they're about to fire you. For some of you, it could be that, right? But others of you, you're about to stop working for someone else and you're going to work for yourself. And Spirit is saying that you've been coasting, so to speak, and now you're going to be working for yourself. So you're not going to be able to just coast through, right? You're going to be working for yourself. So a lot of times when we work for ourselves, we work harder, right? Because we can actually see the results of what's happening. We can see the results of what's coming to us. And this is going to happen for you, right? Bees are definitely going to be significant. You may be hearing the word honey. You may be seeing beeswax, like I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. You may start seeing honeycombs everywhere. This is your sign that things are about to change for you. For some of you, you may want to get into a business that has something to do with honey, where it is healing to the soul, to the skin. I'm hearing manuka honey, so that may be something that's relevant for you. But seriously, your spirit guides, or the animal that may be around you, to let you know to keep persevering and keep going, and that to remind you also to have fun, maybe the honeybee that may be coming out a lot for you lately. If you're listening to more than one tarot reading, this could come out a lot for you, okay? Let's pull you some cards from the Shamanic Dream Oracle deck. Thank you. We have deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like you've already been in meditation and stillness. So I'm also hearing to go inward when things seem uncertainty, because if this is actual physical, like the physical summer is when things are going to change for you, you may still be going through a period of change. You may still be going through a period of transformation, and they need you to continue to be in deep quiet, be in silence. And then you have Woodwives adaptability. So a lot of us will have to adapt to this new change, this new growth that's coming for us in the summer. And then we have Drifter. It said experience life as it comes. So for some of you, you have really, some of you, I feel like you've done this, right? You feel like you've just been drifting and you haven't really been you haven't been steering any ships anywhere. You've just been experiencing life as it comes. For others of you, I feel like Spirit is saying that now is the time to put your hand on the wheel and steer your own ship. Okay. For some of you, the number 11 or 64 may be coming out for you as well. But I want to talk about this deep, quiet meditation and stillness card. To me, this is Spirit is saying that if you are going through a place, going through a time of transformation, a lot of times the way you can really truly hear your intuition and Spirit's voice, or the way to hear your guides, is through meditation. And your guides may be, I feel like this is your guides' way of coming through to ask you to go into deep quiet, to go into meditation and meet them and experience them and have conversations with them and become one with them and be able to know what they feel like, what they sound like, because they've been trying to get this, I feel like they've been trying to get this message to you for a while, because for some reason I feel so like excited giving your reading, and the way it feels, it doesn't feel like how do I describe this? It doesn't feel jittery. It just feels like, oh my God, we're so excited to get this message to you. That's what it feels like. I want to get this message out to them. I want to get this message out to them. And it's because your guys they've been trying to get this message to you for quite some time, and you haven't seen it. And it's almost like, now we need you to get it. We need you to get it now, because you're going to have to adapt. Right? This new thing that you're going into is going to require a lot of adaptiveness. It's going to require you to be more determined, to have a lot more courage, but understand that there is loyalty and faithfulness, not just within yourself, but within your ancestors and your guides that are coming through. And then we have wood wise here, which is adaptability, self-explanatory, right? There's going to be a lot of adapting during this time period. You're going to have to learn how to not just drift along or go with the flow. You're going to have to learn how to steer the shift and learn how to adapt, because sometimes when you're just going with the flow, things are just flowing by you. You're not really paying attention to them. They're just floating, and you're going to have to learn how to adapt, but also with your own, like you using the steering wheel to put yourself in that phase so that you can adapt. I do want to pull from these oracle decks. It has like planets and signs in it, so it could be confirmation of like your sign or a house that may be significant for you. So let's get you some cards. Oh, that was really quick. Didn't I I said earlier today that I saw 1010, that you were coming to the end of a cycle. Look what first came out, the 10th house. It says your destiny, where you're going, your career. So a lot of this, for a lot of you, this is about your career. This is about a complete change in your career. I would not be surprised if by June or July, you are not doing the same thing that you are doing right now, because there is a change, a complete and utter change coming for you in your career, because you have gotten to the end. You've gotten to the end of a cycle and something new needs to happen. Okay. And then we have the 6th house, which talks about service to others. What is good for us, your work. So for some of you, you're going to be in service to others. What you're going to do, it may be you helping other people. And then the bottom deck energy is the 1st house. It says who you are, your desires, your actions. So for some of you, your desires and actions is coming to fruition. And I want you to see this. Look at the sun. Creation of, the gathering of respect for or from, things brought to light or life. I just want you to notice, like, the sun is really coming out a lot in your reading, right? You have summer. I was talking about the sun with this pin here. You have the sun here. So like, I'm literally hearing the song, here comes the sun, do 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 do, here comes the sun. And I say, that may be a song that you like. I would also say, listen to that song. I think it's by the Beatles. I think so. The first time I heard it was from The Parent Trap. So that tells you how old I am. But the sun is coming out because it's here as well. You may be a Leo. Or your 1st house may be in Leo. You may also be a Pisces, because we talked about the fish keep coming out. So you may be a Pisces, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or Pisces or Leo may be in either one of these houses, the 10th, the 1st, or the 6th house. So that could be confirmation for someone in here. Okay. We are going to pull some angel numbers, because I do want to see if there are specific angel numbers that are going to be coming out for you around this time. Okay. Spirit, can we get some angel numbers from the guides when their guides are trying to get their attention? Okay, we have 222, alignment. Wow. It says connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, trust. It says, how do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interests if it's piqued by something. Following these routes following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. For some of you, you're falling into alignment. This is no more just going with the flow. You are steering the shift, moving more into your own alignment. For some of you, this is really about a job. But for others of you, this could be about a romantic connection. This could be about friendship, where things, you may have been calling in your soul family and they're finally going to come to you. I want you to see good luck is at the bottom of the pile. But we're going to keep shuffling. Oh, wait, I see a card that's turned over. Jesus Christ on a cracker. We have 333. It says social skills. I'm going to keep shuffling to see if it comes out, but I want you to see that. 333 has been coming out for me a lot, and I think I said that as well in the beginning, but I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so let's get one more. That was quick. Thank you. We have 1001. So it says belief systems. It says go after what you want. Wow. Unique destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. It says you're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. Yes. So many things are going to happen for you, pile number 1. So many of your dreams are going to come true. It may start to feel unbelievable at times, but it's because your belief system is being rewired, right? Because you have the alignment here. Your belief system is being rewired, and you're finally going to go after the things that benefit you. And then you have 666. So it says great blessings, self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, letting go. It says nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. Yes. Listen, pile number one, I don't know what other message I can give you to get you to believe what Spirit is trying to tell you, but the summer months are going to be so like eye-opening for you. Like, I would not be surprised if you were to come back to this reading in, let's say, November or December of this year, and you're telling me how things have completely changed for you. They're not the same as they were before. You are going to be transforming. Your belief systems are going to be transforming. You may be transforming where you work, because you have alignment and great blessings here. And then you also have belief systems. So something about what you believe, something about what you've always believed is changing. And just in the belief alone, by that changing, you're going to be changing a lot of things. Like I said, your work is coming out really heavy in this pile. So things about your job could like vastly be changing. Okay. So make sure you get some rest. I want to make sure I keep saying that because your guides are reminding you to get rest. They are reminding you to understand that while you have a lot to do, still make sure you take some time out for yourself. Take a vacation during that time. It is a lot. Now, I'm going to warn you, there is a lot that is going to be happening for you, but also remember to rest in these times of working. Remember that success can only be maintained if you're actually resting, if you're taking time out for yourself. Okay. So pile number one, this is all the messages that I have for you. I thank you so much for taking out the time to stick it out with me, and I will see you next time in your next reading. Bye. Hello and welcome to your pile. So if you chose the red pen, then this is your pile, and this is pile number 2. Okay, so for some reason for this red, I am getting passion. I am getting a lot of things are going to be happening for you where you may be in a very passionate relationship. You may find a lot of passion coming back into your life. So some things that you might have lost passion for before, they may be coming back into your life. They may be more active. I'm also getting like I'm getting sexual passion as well. And even here, I want you to notice how there are hearts here. So for some of you, this could be about love. Your guides could be coming in to give you a message about love, to tell you that some things are going to be changing specifically in your love life. So that's what this red is giving me. Okay, let's turn over your card and see what you got. So it says direction. Direction guardian, choose your path. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting right now is Spirit is saying that you have a lot of options coming up. For some of you, this could be love options where you will have a lot of suitors. Now, if you have not had any, if you're not going on dates, if you are not putting yourself out there, this may be very hard to believe. This feels like you've kind of, not really a recluse, but you've kind of stepped away from maybe dating or something more love outside of yourself, not self-love, right? But you may have been focusing more on self-love and you're not really interested, or you haven't really been looking for love outside of yourself. And the direction guardian here is here to tell you that you can choose your own path, right? That you will have a lot of choices to make. So for some of you, there is a lot of choices that's going to come for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be in relationship, but it could be. There are going to be a lot of choices that are going to be coming for you very, very soon. And you will have the option to choose, right? You will have the option to choose if you want to go left, right, black, white, purple, like whatever this is, whatever choice or path that you're going down, you will have a lot of paths to choose from. I'm also hearing there is no right or wrong path. There are just paths, okay? Let's get you some cards from the Kipper deck and see what other additional messages we might get. Oh, okay. We have despair. We have false person, and pathway flipped over, but I put it back. Where is it? It flipped over, but I put it back, but we'll see if it comes out. Okay. Then we have message. Okay. Oops. We have thoughts. We're going to get one more card and then a bottom energy. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Oops. Okay, pathway flipped over again, so I'm assuming it wanted to come out. And then bottom deck energy is mature man. Okay, actually, put that right here. So let's talk about it. Okay, so your first card is despair. I feel like for some of you, okay, let's just go through them all. So you have despair, false person, message, thoughts, pathway, mature man. So for some of you, I feel like Spirit is saying that there are, because I said this, there are no wrong paths, but there are paths, okay? And Spirit is going to ask you to trust in your intuition more, to choose a direction that you want to go down, right? Now, for some of you, this feels like your current energy or previous or recent past energy where you've been in despair and you have been dealing with people who have not had your best interest at heart, right? They've been stealing from you. And it doesn't have to be like monetarily wise. You could be dealing with some energy vampires that have been stealing your energy from you. But Spirit is saying a message is coming to you very soon about the path or direction that would best suit you. Now, like I said before, there are no wrong or right paths. There are just paths. But Spirit will give you a message about the paths that best suit you. The path that probably you would feel the most comfortable going down. You will still have to choose. Now, this will still be a choice. But Spirit is asking you not to be in your mind so much, more so to trust your intuition down this path. And then you have path here. So a lot of you, this is a transformative path. You may be going through transformation. There may be a mature man that may come along to help you. Some of you, this could involve traveling. I don't know why I'm getting that. Some of you, this could involve traveling. It could involve you making a move that you don't necessarily, I don't want to say agree with, because that's the wrong word, but I feel like maybe you're a bit afraid of, that's the word I'm looking for. You're a bit afraid of this path. But you will have the opportunity to go down or choose the path that best suits you. For some of you, and I noticed, like, we have the red pin here. There's a lot of red here. You have red here, red here. Spirit is saying that, oh, and her hair is red. I didn't even realize that her hair is red. There is going to be a lot of paths that you can choose. And some of them may, how do I want to put this? Some of them may seem greater than what they really are, right? So the false person here, let's go with that. Some of them, everything that glitters is not gold, okay? Some paths are easier than others. They're still paths, but they're easier than others. I'm literally seeing like the 7 of Cups in my mind's eye, right? So you are going to be coming to a crossroads, okay, where you can choose several different paths. And the path you choose is going to determine how easy or how difficult this path will be. Now, no matter what path you take, like I said, there are no wrong or right paths. There are just paths, okay? Depending on what path you take, it may feel like you're running in daisies, and then others may feel like you're running in thorns. But there are messages, or there are lessons. That's what I meant to say. There are lessons that are needed to be learned from each path, which is why there are no bad paths, okay? But I will say this. Part of you choosing this path is about trusting your intuition. Spirit is asking you to come out of your mind so much, because this path, or these paths, quote unquote, may have already been presented to you right now. And your guides are saying to you that you've been trying to figure this out with your head instead of with your intuition. And if you keep going with your intuition, you may go down a path that leads you to despair. Now, there is a lesson, okay, in this path of despair, but Spirit is saying, your guides are saying, you don't have to learn this particular lesson if you don't want to. Trust that your guides are trying to give you the answer. They're trying to give it through you through messages. They could very well be trying to give it to you through this actual reading, but they're saying that they need you to open yourself up a little bit more to hear what is being said, to trust your actual intuition and not spirits or things that do not have your best interest at heart, okay? I would also say, when you're praying or when you're calling out to your guides, be specific about what you're saying. Be very intentional about the words that you're using, because you don't want to call in the wrong thing, okay? Let me shuffle these. Spirit, can we get any additional messages for pile number 2? Anything that they need to hear right now? Any confirmations or clarification about the message their guides are giving them. Okay. First card we have is the Smith, overthinking. Overthinking, taking action. I'm not even going to put that up here. I'm going to put it under thoughts because that's where it goes. You have been in your thoughts too much. You've been overthinking something. Okay. And then, wow, we have the sleeper. So it says cause and effect clarity. For some of you, you might benefit from listening to, I think this came out in a dream interpretation that I just recently did. That dream interpretation is going to go out on the 24th of April. This card came out as well in that card. So you may be getting some clarity in your dreams. Your ancestors as well as your guides may be trying to talk to you through your dreams. Some of you, your ancestors might be your guides, because I keep wanting to say ancestors. So they may actually be your guides. Spirit, can we get 2 more cards, please? Yeah, for some of you, definitely getting clarification in your dreams about messages. And then we have the founder. So it says foundations, community. Yes, for some of you, your ancestors are actually your guides, and they're building a community around you to help you. Okay. Let's see. Can we get... And you know what? Maybe that's why, because I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to freak anybody out. But when I was holding this pen, I was getting blood. And now I'm thinking it's more about your bloodline, not actual like someone being hurt. Okay. Okay. Can we get 1 more card, please, Spirit? And then the bottom deck energy. Additional messages for pile number 2. Okay, so then we have the King. It says control, reversal of fortune. So some of you, your fortune is about to change. And then your bottom deck energy is the Archer, biding your time, planning ahead. Okay, so let's move these over a little bit. I hate when they don't center. Okay. So we have your bottom deck energy, which is the Archer, biding your time, planning ahead. Some of you, you've been planning for this path and you don't even know it. You are not aware that you've been planning for this path. For some of you, you are going to be traveling. My ears feel like when you get in the plane and you go high up in your ears, you have to almost pop them. That's what I'm getting right now. For some of you, you may be traveling. This could be physical travel. This could actually be like you traveling. Actually, I'm going to put this up here. This could be you traveling in your mind, in your dreams as well. But let's just get started, right? So our first card that came out was the Smith, which was overthinking. It says taking action. So for some of you, you are not really, you're overthinking, right? We talked about this. You're too much in your thoughts and you're not trusting your intuition. And it's coming out again because whatever this is, the path cannot be chosen based on your thoughts. The path cannot be chosen based on like superficial things, okay? It cannot be determined based off of your thoughts. It cannot be determined based off of you looking with your natural eye. You're going to have to look with your third eye. You're going to have to tap into your intuition in order to know what path is the right path, or not even the right path, which path is the best path for you, okay? Then you have the Sleeper. It says cause and effect clarity. For some of you, you've already been getting confirmation. You've been getting answers in your dreams, but you're not listening. Okay. You're not listening to your dreams, and you may not even be writing your dreams down. You may not even been able to interpret your dreams. So for some of you, if you've been writing them down, you're like, I don't know how to interpret them. It's because you write them down and then you don't think about them again. It's helpful to write them down, maybe give yourself a day or 2 and then go back and reread and see what comes through, not through your thoughts, right? Try if you can to get into a meditative state. It may even be helpful because I'm seeing the vision of someone like sitting outside and their feet is in the grass while they read their dreams. You connecting to Mother Earth or Mother Gaia could really be helpful in you understanding and interpreting your own dreams. But for some of you, the clarity is already coming to you while you are sleeping, okay? Then we have the Founder. It says foundations, community. Your ancestors, for a lot of you, your ancestors are the guys who are helping you on the other side. And I almost feel like they're asking you to reach more out to them, to trust them more. Now, I will say, when you are reaching out to your ancestors, make sure that you're being very specific about the language that you use. So for me, when I call out to my ancestors, I specifically say that I am wishing to connect to my high vibrational ancestors on my maternal and paternal side, right? And that way, and usually I follow it up with something like those who have my best interest at heart, those who are willing to assist me, because not all ancestors want to do that, right? Those who are willing and are able to assist me, those who are willing and are able to help guide me, right? So make sure you're very specific about the words that you're using when you reach out to your ancestors. But I definitely think that them coming through in this reading is they're asking you to reach out to them because they want to help you, okay? And then you have the King, control, reversal of fortune. I don't know why this is coming through, but some of you, you may have a royal lineage in your past, okay? Or you were royalty in your past life. I don't know why I'm being called to tell you that, but I'm being called to tell you that you were royalty in your past life. I don't know if you've been feeling it. I don't know if somebody said it to you and this is confirmation, but I'm just gonna give it out to you, okay? But for others of you where this does not resonate, something about one of these paths is going to change your fortune drastically, almost overnight, which is why I say that they're like, your fortune is still going to change. But for some of you, one of these paths is a specific change where you're going to be changing overnight. And I need to do something. Hold on one second. Okay. It was starting to get, I was trying to use natural light, but it was starting to get dark outside. So I wanted to turn this on. Anyway, okay. So for a lot of you, this path that you're going down is a change in your fortune. Okay. But for some of you, this is an immediate, quick change in your fortune, right? And I think that's why your ancestors are trying to get your attention so that you can listen to them and go down the path of least resistance. Because maybe you've, and I just heard ringing in my left ear. So for some of you, you may have been struggling a lot and your ancestors are trying to get you to choose, because part of your lesson is not just going down the path, it is having the ability and the intuition to choose the path, right? And here's something I want to say to you that's been coming through a lot for me in the past couple of weeks, is that sometimes we are looking for spirit to say, we're like, spirit, just give me the right answer. Spirit, send me down the right path. And sometimes part of the lesson that we're meant to learn is that we get to choose the path and then we get to change it the way that we want to change the path. And what I mean by that is, let's say you decide, I'm going to start my own business, right? And it may be a business that other people have tried to start in the past and it just didn't work out, right? And your mind could be telling you like, this is not the right path. Like, you don't want to do this, but in your spirit, in your soul, you know, you want to go down this path. This is something you've always wanted to do, or something that you're really passionate about, right? But you're like, spirit, give me the sign that I should go down this path, right? And I feel like spirit could have given you a small sign and you're like, oh, that's not big enough. I need something bigger to know that I'm going to be successful. Spirit is saying, your guides are saying that you will be successful down this path based on how much energy you give it, how much love you give it, how much you yourself water your own path. Like, I'm seeing the watering can from the Green Witch's Oracle deck. The grass is green where you water it, right? So if you are watering this path, and you are making sure that it's almost like you need to decide that you're going to make money from this endeavor, right? You just decide, like, I don't care what anybody say, I'm going to make money from this. Because of that, you are shifting the universe. You are steering the ship, right? On this path. You're steering the ship to exactly where you want it to go, right? And your guides are saying that there's a lot of reversal of your fortune that's happening, but we need you to take some accountability. We need you to steer the ship. You may be the type of person that you prefer not to make a decision because you don't want the backlash if it doesn't go the right way. And your guides are saying, no, you're going to have to learn how to make decisions, because maybe part of your path or what you're going to be doing, you're going to have to make some tough choices, and you need to be comfortable with making those tough choices and being willing to deal with the outcome. Or in a lot of cases, being willing to steer the outcome to where you want it, right? Because to me, I feel like those of you in this pile that this resonates with, you're an alchemist, right? So you get to decide how this path turns out for you, okay? And then we have the Archer. It says biding your time, planning ahead. First, to me, this is just confirmation of what I was already saying about you shifting and moving things in the way that you want them to be moved. Sometimes planning ahead could be as simple as declaring that you will be successful, right? Let's use the entrepreneurship, the business that you want to start, right? Let's use that example. You deciding today, I am going to be successful at this business. You've already started planning ahead. You've already started to turn maybe a ship that was going in the wrong direction. You turned it in the right direction. It's like a compass, right? You've decided that I am going to kill it at this job, or you decided I'm going to make this relationship work. I am not going to let my fears of not being good enough stop me from being in a relationship with a person who really, that I can actually see that they care about me and that they love me and they wish the best for me. So for some of you, this is your planning ahead is you, like literally it's you taking the arrow and it's you pulling it back every time you make a decision, right? That this business is going to be successful. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. You're pulling the string to straighten up the arrow so that it can fly right. Okay. So let's get some cards from this deck. It's mostly an animal deck. We'll see if like any animals come out through this deck that may be confirmation for you. I would also say to research these animals as well. It could be a message for you, or you may start seeing these animals. Okay. Spirit, can we get 2 cards from this deck, please? That's 2 minutes for pile number 2. So we have the spider, creativity. Yeah. Okay. Can we get one other card, please? Your creativity may be growing like vastly soon. And then we have the Wolverine. It says tenacity. Yeah, you have to have the tenacity to keep going, to keep pulling through. And then we have the turtle. It says patience. Okay, so Spirit is asking, your guys are asking you to be a little bit more patient with yourself. Some of you, this is about creative works. You're going to be doing something a little bit more creative, kind of what I talked about with the entrepreneur path. You are going to be doing something a little bit more creative, but you're going to have to believe in yourself. You're going to have to steer the ship to the way that you want it to go. Right? And then your guys are asking you to have some tenacity and be patient with yourself. Okay, have some tenacity, be patient with yourself, and understand that everything is a process, right? Everything takes time, but it's only when you start to shift things to the way that you want them to be and move them to the way that you want them to go, that you can actually start to see the shift in things happening. Okay, I'm going to pull from the Divine Feminine deck, just to see if we can get any specific divine feminine guidance that may be around you. Maybe one of your guys may show up in this pile. So let's just see what messages we get. Spirit, can we get 1 card, please? Thank you. We have Saint Brigid. It says Our Lady of Exalted Light. This actually came through in another reading. And then I think this is Sappho. It says the poetess. It says, I love every inch of my body and I love the woman in my life fiercely. I love the women in my life fiercely. Okay, so we're going to read these from the book just to see if there's any specific messages that may be coming through for you that you need to hear at this time from these divine feminine energies. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, so we have Saint Bridget. It says Saint Bridget represents the elevated state of knowing that we have everything we could ever need. Yeah, to me, this reminds me of the path, right? Everything that you need is already within you, right? You have to trust your intuition. It says Bridget was born in Ireland in 453, the daughter of an enslaved pit woman named Broca. Bridget's name comes from the Celtic Briganti, meaning high or exalted. It is said that the moment the king witnessed Bridget's generosity, he knew that she was holy and set her free. Bridget shares the name of the Celtic goddess Bridget and took on many of the same attributes. Saint Bridget's feast day is on Imbolc, the first day of February, which is also the day that the goddess Bridget is honored. Around 480, Saint Bridget founded a monastery at Kildare on the site of a shrine to the goddess Bridget. There were priestesses who tended to the goddess's eternal flame and received spiritual instruction in honoring the goddess. That spiritual instruction to me is your guides trying to tell you that they are here to try and give you, they're here to be a guiding light, and they want to give you some instruction, but you have to listen to your intuition, okay? And so it says, Saint Bridget is credited with organizing a communion and consecrated form of religious life for women on the same sacred ground. It says, tradition says that Saint Bridget died on Imbolc in 525. She had a female companion named Dar Lugdach, who became her successor of the abbess of Kildare. Dar Lugdach also died on Imbolc a year later, with which Saint Bridget had predicted. The Abbey of Kildare that Saint Bridget founded became a center of religion and learning and developed into a cathedral city. It remains famous and revered today. So for some of you, I feel like this is just confirmation that your ancestors, or well, definitely your ancestors for sure, because I keep wanting to say your ancestors, your guides who are ancestors are coming through to say that they are looking to give you some guidance, but you are definitely going to have to go within yourself in order to hear what it is that they have to tell you, because right now you're trying to do this with your thoughts alone and you can't. Okay. So then we have Sappho, I think is how you say it, the poetess. It says, Sappho embodies the deep love, admiration, and sensuality that exists between women. It is believed Sappho was born around 630 BCE on the Greek island of Lesbos. She was referred to in antiquity as the 10th muse, and the poetess, just as Homer was referred to as the poet. She is one of the great Greek lyricists and one of the few known female poets of the ancient world. She read the poems rhythmically while accompanied by a lyre in a form that is known as sapphic meter. So some of you may, because I know earlier when I got this pin, I was getting like passion. So for some of you, you may be in a same-sex relationship, okay? Or you may be getting into a same-sex relationship, and it may be different from what you're used to if you haven't done this before. Or it's a bit different than the relationships that you've had before. So that's coming through. So it says, Sappho is celebrated for the sexuality and sensuality in her poetry, especially her love for women and the female body. Fill the goblet up. These laughing lips shall kiss the brim. Come, Venus, come. So for some of you, the goddess Venus may be coming out for you. She may be calling out to you to work with you as well. It says, this is one of the fragments that remain of her voluminous collection of poetry. Ecclesiastical authors in Constantinople and Rome obliterated her work in the 11th century. Her poetry was publicly burned because church leaders were scandalized by its erotic nature, and that the author was a woman, of course. In ancient Greece, a woman's love for another woman was considered natural, and Sophocles' love for the female form being legendary. It is believed that she read her writing before groups of women, educating and elevating them as she performed her poetry about the goddess-like nature they all possess. So for some of you, the goddess Venus may be coming out for you. She may be reaching out to you. For others of you, you may be learning to tap into your own self-love, physically for your actual body. I'm getting that as well. Your ancestors or your guides could be asking you to choose more to love yourself. I'm getting that. For some of you, you are a writer. For you to get the poetess, you are a writer and you may write erotica novels. So that could be confirmation for you that if this is one of the paths that you've been trying to figure out if you should go down. This is definitely confirmation that you should keep going. Don't let anybody's opinion of what you write or what you say deter you from doing what it is that you want to do. Okay, so let's see if we can get some additional messages or some other cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. Spirit or guys, any additional messages for pile number 2? Okay, we have rainbow. It says the most difficult part of a situation is over. Yes, some of you, you're coming to the end of a cycle, and which is why you're at this crossroads right now, and you're getting the opportunity to go down a different direction. And then look, you have horseshoe, good luck. So for some of you, your luck is definitely changing. Look, the king, control, reversal of fortune. So your fortune is changing for the better, okay? There is good luck all around you. You're being guided down a lot of different paths, but you will know the path that is right for you, especially if you tap into your own intuition. We have fox. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. For some of you, there may be some people that may be trying to take advantage of your good luck when it comes in. I think you're the pile where I talked about energy vampires coming into your life. They may try and take this good luck that's coming in for you, but as long as you trust into your intuition, you're going to be fine. And then we have spiritual love. So for some of you, love is definitely coming into your life. For others of you, this could be your guides coming through just to say that they love you in spirit, which I think is so sweet. And then we have Hamhawk. It says taking a vacation physically or mentally. For some of you, you need to take a vacation. You need to release yourself of things that no longer serve you. And sometimes a way to do that is by getting out and breathing a little bit. And then you have a dog barking, advice from a friend. And we're going to get one more card. So you're going to get one more card from this deck. Thank you. That was quick. We have tent. It says temporary situation. So for some of you, you may be going through a temporary situation that could be very well be over soon. But you need to stay the course, okay? Because your direction, things are changing for you. Oh, wow. And I'm getting ready to pull you some from the angel number deck, and look at what your bottom deck energy is. 111. 1111. It says wishes coming true. So for some of you, your wishes are about to come true. And then you have the rainbow here. So it says a difficult situation is over. So wishes always make me think about rainbows. But let's get you some cards. Spirit, can we get 2 angel number cards? These could be numbers that might come up when your guides are trying to reach out to you, or when they're trying to get a message to you. You could also start seeing these numbers in your dreams as well. Can we get 2 cards, please, for pile number 2? 2 cards, please, for pile number 2. Okay, we have 1441. So it says unique skills. It says life goals, missions, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It says it's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority right now. So for some of you, I was talking about the entrepreneurship that I was giving the example of entrepreneurship. So for some of you, Spirit is saying that you have some unique skills. You just need to hone those skills. And you need to get better about understanding what it is that you actually can do. And then what you can't do, get some help. There's always help out there. Like we have the School of YouTube University, right? So there's always ways to find out the things that you want to find out. Others of you, now, it's very specific. For others of you, the things that you want to do, or the things that you're being called to do, can only be taught by your ancestors. Okay, it can only be taught by your guide. So you really do need to tap into your intuition to get that information. And then you have good fortune under the bottom deck energy, but we're going to keep shuffling. Spirit, can we get one last card for pile number 2? Wow, we have 0000. It says limitless possibilities. It says reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, victory. It says it serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of the tension, relax. Yes, for some of you, you may be worried that this opportunity is going to pass you by. You may be worried like, oh, I'm going to choose the wrong path. You're not. What is for you is going to be for you. Some paths are a little bit easier than others, but what path that is meant for you is meant for you. You will receive that. And then bottom deck energy is unexpected shifts. So it says divine intervention. My God, can't get it out. Sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, gut feeling. It says, I don't know what that means. It says, maybe it's AAA. It says this number serves as a gentle nudge. Oh yeah, okay, like somebody pushing you. Okay, serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. What? Didn't I say that? Sometimes you're down a path, right? And you know you want to do something. I think this is the power that came out. You know you want to do something, but you're holding yourself back and you're like, Spirit, give me a sign. Spirit, give me a sign. And Spirit is saying, you know you want to do this, so just do it. We're going to support you. If we're not explicitly saying like, hey, don't do this, this is not the right time, then that means we're going to support you. This is just confirmation of that. It says, I'm going to read it again. It says, this number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. Listen, let me tell you something. For you to get this card, for you to come out, Spirit is giving you confirmation that you are on the right path, right? Yes, you haven't got the specific confirmation that you wanted, but this is part of that confirmation. You got the message card here. To me, this is part of that message that you needed to hear, that yes, you may go down a path that may rock your boat, because it talks about that here. The end result will still be the same. You may be a little worse for wear when you get down there, but the end result is still the same, because there are still shifts that need to be happening, which is why you're at the crossroads right now, which is why you're at a place where you need to make a decision, right? Spirit is saying, it's almost like Spirit is reminding you there are no right or wrong paths. There are just paths. You're still going to get to the end. And then this card had gut feeling. I always say my gut feeling is my intuition. For that to come out, Spirit is still saying, like, you can, if you're worried about, if you want to go down the path of least resistance, where you don't have to worry about getting beat up on the way down the path, then trust your gut. Talk to your intuition. Trust the messages that you're receiving from your intuition. And you could end up, like I said, in somebody's arms, your dream job, or being abroad if that's what you want to do. Okay. So pile number 2, this is all of the messages that I have for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to stick it out with me and get this reading from me. And I will see you next time in your next reading. Bye.